One of the most useful views in both trademarks and patents is the alert view. This lets you see a list of all trademarks or patents where an alert date falls within a particular date range. And when we say an alert date, we're talking about one of two things. Most of your alert dates will be upcoming deadlines for dates where you selected this option when you set up your date templates. But once in a while, you may want to be reminded about some specific action you need to take on a trademark or patent, but it's not the kind of action that belongs in a date template. In that case, you can enter the reminder in the Action section of your trademark or patent record and set the action date in the future. Then, to mark this particular action as an alert date, check this option. Now it will appear on the alert screen with the other alerts when it's coming due. To select a date range for your alerts, you can type a date in one of these boxes, or you can select some standard date ranges from the drop-down lists. You can also filter the list. For example, you can see the dates that have been completed, or the dates that have not been completed. You can also see more information about any of these records by clicking the little plus signs here. And you can print the alerts by clicking this button. When you print this list, the report will display the columns that are to the left of this margin indicator, and the records will be sorted exactly as you see them here. So before you click the print button, you may want to take a moment to rearrange and resort the list like we'll demonstrate here. To remove the columns you don't need in your report, you can drag them off the grid like this, or you can just move them over here to the right where they won't print. And then drag the column to make it wider or narrower. You can sort the list by clicking a column header, and then create a second sort by holding down your Shift key and clicking another column header. So let's print this report sorted by the company name first, and then by the date. And the alert screen works exactly the same way in patents. To add columns, click this button, and then drop the new column wherever you want it. So this time, let's arrange our columns, and then print the list sorted by the alert date. You can filter the list by using the filter row, but you can also filter by contact and position. So if we just wanted to see the records where Robert Fibler is the responsible attorney, we would select those values up here. That way we can print an alerts report for him, and we can print a separate alerts report for Sally Wallabaster. When the alert dates are due, it's probably a good idea to open the record and deal with the date here. But if you just want to check the date as completed, you can do it directly in the Alerts View grid. In addition to printing the alerts report, you can also choose to print the full trademark or patent records. Suppose you started out with a fairly big list and then filtered it down, and now you want to print some full trademark records, but not all of them. You can remove whichever records you don't want to print by just selecting them and hitting the delete key. That may seem a little scary, but you're not actually deleting these records from the database. You're just removing them from the list. And then when the list includes only the trademarks you want to print, you can print the full records. Another reason to use the alert screen is to add upcoming dates to your Outlook calendar. So if you're Sally Wallabaster and you want to take the alerts where you're the responsible attorney and put them on your calendar, first you'd want to filter the list. These are the records that belong to you. And to add the alerts to your Outlook calendar, select the ones you want to add. And if you want the alert to appear ahead of the actual due date, you can enter a number here. So let's say you want a 7-day advance warning on these dates. And now when you click this button, the alerts will be added to your Outlook calendar. And if any of the options you choose here mean the date would fall on a Saturday or a Sunday, it will be automatically backed up to the previous Friday. By default, the alerts are added to your Outlook calendar as all-day events with an alarm. If you'd rather schedule the alerts to pop up at a particular time of day, then go to the Preferences section, choose the Settings tab, and select a time from the drop-down list. Now if you add alerts to your Outlook calendar, they'll appear at the time you selected.